Hello and welcome to TechByTosh. My name is Toshit and in this video we will learn about SharePoint Online. How to create different sites in SharePoint Online and how you can customize those sites. So what is SharePoint Online? Well, SharePoint Online is basically a cloud-based service hosted by Microsoft. You can create different kind of sites within SharePoint Online. It's basically a site where you go to work with others and also to stay informed. So what does it actually mean? What else can you do with SharePoint? Well, with SharePoint, as I said, you can create different sites. You can create document libraries to manage, upload, and share documents with your colleagues and within the organization or with your partners or third-party vendors. You can manage all the versioning within the documents. You can create different lists. So why don't we jump in and have a look at SharePoint? Now, first of all, how to get SharePoint? To be able to get SharePoint, you will need either a Microsoft 365 Work or School account. I'm currently logged into my Microsoft 365 account, which you can do by visiting office.com and sign in with your Microsoft 365 account. On the left-hand side, I can see all my app icons. Down at the bottom, I can see a SharePoint icon. Now I can click on this to navigate to SharePoint Online. I can also click on the app launcher to view all the apps I have. I can also click on the SharePoint icon from the app launcher to navigate to the SharePoint site. Now let's go ahead and click on this. So when I click on this, it now takes me to a SharePoint page. Up in the corner, I can see a link to create site. If you don't see this link, it could mean that this is blocked by your organization. Now for this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a site in a moment. First, let's talk about what else is on this page. Now within the center of the page, I can see news articles from all the SharePoint sites I'm a member of. I can click on the news article to read it, but right now I don't have time to read this news article. But this article looks interesting and I'd like to read it later. I can click on this icon to mark this to read later, which adds it to my saved for later list on the left hand side menu. Now down below on this page, I can see my frequent sites which I interact with. I can navigate to these sites by clicking on it or also click on the star button to follow a site, which now appears in the left navigation under my following list. I also see a list of sites which I have visited recently. Now our IT team has been asking me to create a site where they can work together as a better team and also share some documents with other teams or employees. So I'll go ahead and click on the create site link, which now opens up a pane on the right hand side and provides me with two options to create a site. So what is the difference between these two site templates or site options? One is a team site and the other one is a communication site. Well, team sites are for a team to work together, where they can share files, share calendars, upload documents, create task lists, and collaborate. On the other side, communication sites are mostly used to communicate or publish information for the whole business or a department to consume. Typically, these sites are not used for collaboration as a team site, but mostly used for information sharing or intranet sites. For our IT team, I'll go ahead and create a team site, and later we can talk about the communication site and what the differences are. So once I click on create team site, I need to provide a site name. So I'll name this site as TechByTosh IT team or TBT IT team. I can also see that it has created a group email address. So what is this group email address? Well, with the group email address, all members of this team site will have a shared email inbox, shared calendar, planner, and a OneNote where all team members can collaborate. I also get a site address to navigate to. If I want, I can click on the pencil icon and change it. But I'm happy with this name, so we'll leave it as it is. I will also need to provide a site description. Now under privacy settings, as you can see, there are different kind of settings. There's a private settings, only members can access this site, or a public setting. Anyone in the organization can access this site. So what does it mean? Well, private members means all the members who are assigned to team sites will have access to the site. But our IT team wants to share it with the whole organization, so we'll keep it public. I will leave language as English and we'll click next. I might need someone to manage this site with me, so I'll go ahead and add Peter as additional site owner to the site so that we can both manage the site together. Next, I can add members to the site. Well, what's the difference between owners and members? This is based on the permissions, which I can talk more about in my next video. But site members will basically have a limited access, which won't be similar to the site owners. So for now, we don't need any site members. Let's just leave it as it is and click finish. So once we click finish, it just goes and creates a site for us. Now, as you can see, this is a brand new site and we have some work to do to make it look better for our IT team. First, let me walk you through the different elements of this page. On the left side of this page, we have our left navigation. You can simply edit all these links. You can create new links. You can rename these links by simply clicking on the edit button. Or if you want to reorder these links, you can simply just drag and drop up and down. For us, let's just leave it as it is. Now in the center of the page, I can see all these sections such as news, quick links, documents, which are called web parts in SharePoint world. You can easily add or remove web parts on this page, which I'll show you in a moment. Let's talk about the documents web part. Now, this is the same document library as documents, which is listed under our quick menu, but added as a web part on this page. Now, I have a copy of IT policy document, which I think it'll be good to share that document with everyone so everyone is aware of the IT policies in place. I can simply drag and drop a document in this document library, and that's it. It has now uploaded a document, and everyone within the team or whoever is a member of the site or whoever has access to the site will be able to see this document. Now I can also click on the documents, which will take me to the document library, and I can also see this document from this location. Now to go back to the home page, I can simply click on home or this icon, which will take me back to the home page. Now our IT team has a number of things to do, and they have their weekly team meetings where they assign tasks to IT team members and discuss about the status and the progress of such tasks. I know they currently use Microsoft Excel to manage these tasks. So I guess if I can create something simple for them to manage those tasks, where everyone has 24/7 access through desktop and mobile devices, that could be a great help for them. So let's go ahead and create a task list for our IT teams. Now to do that, I can simply click on the new menu where I can see there are a number of different options. I can create a new list, new document library, pages, news post. For now, let's just click on list. Now I have different options to create a list. I can click on the blank list. I can click on from Excel. So for example, if I have Excel with all the column defined, I can simply just click on from Excel and it will import everything and all the items into SharePoint and create a list for me. I can also create a new list on your new task list from an existing list. But for now, let's just click on blank list. Let's name this as weekly meetings, or perhaps IT weekly meetings. What is your list about? So we need to provide a description. I can simply say IT team weekly meetings. I can also see an option to show this inside navigation. What does it mean? So if I click on this, it will show me this list, IT weekly meetings list, under quick menu. So we want that. So let's just say create, and it just goes and creates a list for us. You can see this, I can access this list from our quick menu as well. Now let's just go ahead and create a new task for the team. So I can just simply click on new and just say deploy devices. Save. Well, now that's great, right? I can create a number of different tasks, but how do I assign this to my team members? How do I track the progress? Okay, so in that case, we can actually create a new column called person. So we want to assign this to one of our team members. Let's just call it assignee, right? We need to provide the description. So we'll just say responsible for this task. We want a person or a group. Yes. We won't worry about all these different options, but you can go through all this and see what actually happens when you select yes or no for these different options. But I'll create a different video and we can talk more about lists in depth. For now, let's just go ahead and create this list. A new column. So I can see a new column called assignee is there now. Now, okay, assignee is great. How do I track the progress? Whether this task is in progress or it is completed or not started. Okay, so in that case, we can go ahead and create a new column. Now with this new column, we might have different options to select from. We can call it status, and that status column could have different options. For example, the task has not started, whether it's in progress or whether it's completed. So we can go ahead and create a single line of text. But in that case, every time whenever you update the list, you might have to type the word. Or we can present our users with a choice list. So they have defined number of choices to pick from. So in that case, we'll click on choice column type. Let's name it status. Description, status of task. We want it to be choice type. That's great. Now these are three different choices and these are color coded. We can just simply click on one of those and say, let's just say not started. The second one we probably want in progress and completed. You can add more choices as well, and you can change the color of this as well. So we're happy with these three different choices, and let's just go ahead and create this column. Just click that. So I can see that now I have three different columns. Okay. For this existing task, I can just simply click on this and edit and assign this to Adrian. And the status, now as you can see, I am presented with three different options. So let's just say this is not started. If I want, I can attach some additional documents as well. So let's just click save. And here we go. When you create a new item, let's just say this is create policy documents, and I want this to assign to Peter, and I already have these two columns, assigning and Peter has already started working on this task, so I'll just say if it's in progress and save. So I guess this will be really helpful for our IT teams. Doing this, they can simply manage all these tasks and create and track the progress of different tasks and who is it assigned to. If they want, they can go more creative and create new columns, such as they can add some yes and no columns and date and time and different options. So let's just go back to the home page. I'll click home. Now on this page, that's great, right? We've got the documents, we created a task list for our IT teams. How to customize this page? Okay, so to do that, I can simply click on edit. Now you can see the page is in now edit mode. So let's say that's great. We have added this IT weekly team meetings. We want that team meeting task list to be presented on the home page so that it's easily accessible by team members. I can simply click on the add button and I'm presented with all these different widgets or web parts. So let's just go ahead and add this task list. So I'm looking for a list. I click on the list and I'm presented with different lists. So I currently only have one list. So let's just go ahead and click this list. And there you go. Now I have all these status and tasks on my home page. I can also create new sections on this page. Now, when I say new sections, basically you can add new sections with different layouts and stuff. So for example, when I click on this, as you can see, this edit section, you can see there are different layout options for this section. If I want, I can have a 2-column section. So you can see the whole screen is now 2-column. If I want 3-column section, so it will create a 3rd section for me. So, 1/3. So we have different options. So let's just leave it as it is for now. I click close. And for example, if we want to add, let's say, a weather web part on this section. So our IT teams likes to know, what the weather is for today, whether they can go out or not, or what's going to happen, because they have different tasks to perform outside. So they like to know about this one. So I'm based in Melbourne. So let me just add Melbourne, Australia. Sorry, wrong spelling. Yeah. So there you go. I have the weather web part. Now, I also want to add information about the site owner. So maybe, if anyone has any issues with the site or they have some questions, how do they contact someone? How do they know whom to contact? So I think right hand side would be a good place. So let me just go ahead and add a new web part. And this time, because we need to add a contact to a person. So let's just say search for, I can also see people here and I can search it from there. So let's just click on people. Now, we know Peter is a site owner as well. So we can simply add Peter, add his name and change the title to site owner. And that's it. We might want to move quick links down site owner web part, which we can just simply drag and drop. There you go. And it looks like we're happy with this page, and let's just go publish. Okay, great. As you can see, I've published this page. I have all my web parts, I have the information about the site owner. Again, you have different options. You can play with this and you can come up with the creativity and you can move web parts around. You can create new sections. So this is really, really handy. And you don't need any coding knowledge to perform all these tasks. Now let's have a look at creating a communication site template. So I'll go ahead and click on create site, which now opens up a pane. So what are communication sites? Well, communication sites are mostly used to communicate or publish information for the whole business or for a department to consume. Now, typically these sites are not used for collaboration as a team sites, but mostly used for information sharing or intranet sites. So let's go ahead and select the communication site template. Let's give it a name. Obviously, you can choose different designs. So for now, we'll just choose topic, but I'll quickly show you what the differences are. So you can see the layout changes, which we can actually change when we create a site. So that's not a big showstopper for us. So you can create a blank site, we can start from scratch. For now, let's just pick topic. Let's create a site for our legal department. So we'll name it TBT Legal. I just have some spaces in between. So it has given us a site address. Now, as you can see, there is no group email address. Now, the biggest difference, the major difference between a team site template and a communication site template is that we don't get a group email address. Now, why don't we get a group email address? Well, the communication site is basically all about broadcasting and information sharing. It's not for collaboration. So we necessarily need a group email address for a communication site because we won't be collaborating with our team members. So this site will be mostly used to publish and broadcast information. So we need to provide some site description. Let's just say legal team site to publish public information. We'll select language as English. Let's just click finish. So it just goes ahead and creates a site for us. Now, one of the other differences between a team site and a communication site is about the left navigation. As you can see on this page, there is no left navigation. Now, let's see what else we can do on this page, how we can actually further customize the look and feel of this site. Now let me talk about this first image or section first. As you can see, this is a full width image. This is called a hero image. Now on a communication site, you do get a section to create a full width section basically. Let's just go ahead and click on edit. As you can see, this is a full width image. So if I click on the section button, I can see the properties. I can change this to different layouts. I've got different layout options. So if I select this one, it's going to break the full width image. As you can see, this has now realigned to the center. Now, if I go ahead and publish this, you will see that this has realigned within the center. Now, how do I fix that? A lot of people get into this kind of issue. So let's just go ahead and click edit again. So I can click on a new section. I do get an option to create a full width section. I just click on that. I can simply drag and drop this hero web part there, and there you go. We have our full width image back. Now you can click on different links and sections to customize this page. Let's just go ahead and create a new section. So let's just delete this one first, and let's just create a brand new section. So we have click plus. Let's say we want a 3-column section. Now we have our brand new 3-column section. To make it look better, we can add web parts within these sections. Let's just say our company is launching a new product, or our legal team is coming up with a new application or software, and they really want to showcase it to all the employees. So let's just say we add a counter to that. So let's just search for countdown timer, and we can give it a name. Let's just say product launch. We can further customize this. We can click on the edit button, and then we can set the target date, target time. We can add a background image to this. If you don't have a background image handy, we can always go to the stock images. Let's just try to find something for legal. Yeah, okay, great. We're happy with that. That's all right. Just use this image. Now it's uploading this image, and we have the image in the background. You can add a description if you really like to. Now let's just add another web part. Our legal teams are looking to get employees' opinions on the product they are launching, and they want to create a kind of a survey to get all the responses. Now they don't have any particular software, so what we can do is they can simply go and create a Microsoft form. I don't know if you have used Microsoft Forms earlier, but they are a great way to create
puzzles and quizzes and basically, capture the responses. And we can simply insert a Microsoft form on this page without any coding knowledge. Let's just go ahead and create a form. Let's just search for form. You can see there are Microsoft forms. Well, I don't have an existing form. I can simply create a new form from this side. Let's just go ahead and create a new form. It'll ask you for the name. So let's just say product launch. You can be more creative with the name. Just go ahead and create a name. It opens up a new window where I can further customize the form. I can add some new questions. Let's just say add a choice question, which is yes or no. Do you like existing legal applications, legal paper forms, or perhaps we could ask them whether they like using paper forms versus digital forms. Would you be happy with digital forms as compared to paper forms? This is just a sample question. It could be a yes or no kind of a question. We can just simply say yes, no, and or maybe. If I want another option, let's just say maybe. So they have this, and I can go and create different questions for them to answer. I can customize the theme, and let's just go ahead and share this first. Let's see what happens. So we share it. We get different options. We can create a QR code. So only people in my organization can respond. I can, select different kind of settings so who can respond to this form. For now, I just want to keep it to, the TBT organization. Let's just click on the link and I can copy it, but I think it's already copied within my section. So let's just go ahead and share it. So once I share it, it might take a little while, but eventually it will go back and insert a section there. So if I click OK, so it has now loaded the form for me. All my questions would appear there right on the page itself. I just click OK, the form is there. Let's just close it. Now we have our third section. We can simply go ahead and create a new web part in this section. Let's say we want our users to be able to quickly navigate to different links within the organization or outside the organization. So I might want to add a section where all the links are there for them on the home page. So I'll look for a web part called quick links. I can click on quick links. The name sounds good, so I can add a link. So this link could be to your internal documents or to internal sites. So let's just say I want them to quickly access some legal documents. So I click on that. Okay, so it has now added, I think, this name doesn't sound good, so maybe I can just change the title. Let's just say legal documents. Now I can also change a thumbnail. I can have it auto selected. I can have a custom image, or I can basically select on different icons. I can click on change, but now I'm happy with this icon. Let's just keep it, and we have our quick links. You can add more links to make it look better and based on your requirements. Let's just click that. Now we're happy with this section. You can further customize this page by going through different sections, adding new sections, or deleting or editing different web parts and stuff. For now, we're happy with this page. Let's just go ahead and publish this page. So this page is now published. The page is there, and again, based on your creativity, based on the requirements, there are a number of different options where you can customize this page, customize the look and feel. Now, talking about the look and feel, let's say if you wanted to change the colors, if you wanted to add the logo, what else? How do you do it? Okay, so let's click on the gear icon and click on the change the look option. Now you have different options. If you go under themes, you have a pre-populated, set of different combination of colors. Let's say we like orange. So as you can see, if we select orange, our navigation links change to orange. Different web parts on this page, the sections will change to orange. So it will match the theme. Let's just keep the current selection we had. Let's just go back to the theme. What's in the header? Now you can have a compact header, as you can see. Let's try standard header. If you try standard header, you can see it has now changed. The text is at the top and links are at the bottom now. And if you go for the extended header, it again changes some look and feel. So it's up to you how you want to basically design your page. You can have a theme background. You can have the title on and off. You can see the title of the page in this section just appears and disappears. You can change the logo as well. So there are a number of different options. So let's just go back. You can change the navigation as well. Now I've got the mega menu and I've got the cascading. So if you have a sublinks within the header section, you can basically use the cascading if you wanted to have a kind of a different look and feel for your navigation site. You can display the site on and off. So we go back, you can change your footer. So if I go back to the footer, as you can see, there is nothing there, but I can actually add some text over there. Let's say copyright 2021 TechByTosh.com. So as you can see, I can customize the footer. I can add a logo. I can have it extended or simple. I can, enable or disable the footer. So let's just go back. Now, the other thing, if you want to change the navigation on this page, let's just close this one. You can simply click on the edit button on the navigation. You can move the order of your links. You can create new links, and it's very simple. So you just click on the edit button. Let's just say you have a new link, or simply a label. It's not a link. Let's just say if you have a new link to a different site, for example, let's just do it www.google.com, or perhaps to your one of your internal sites. So let's say we created a marketing site before. So let's just go back to our marketing site and grab a link from there, and we can actually add that link right from our main site. So we go back to the SharePoint. So if you remember our marketing or IT team site that we have created earlier, let's just go to our IT team site, just copy the navigation, go back to the home page. Let's just use this one and say IT team. So just click on that. We want that to be on the second of the navigation, and we click save, and we have our navigation over there. I can just simply click on this, which will take me directly to my IT team. You can see while I'm on the IT team side, it has basically came to the IT team side. The navigation has gone. Well, there are different ways to have a standard navigation within SharePoint. We can talk more about that in our next video. But obviously, to go back to your legal site, you can go back to home, or if you know the URL, you can type the URL. So let's just go back to home, and we can navigate to our legal site from there. So you can click on legal, and I'll just go back to the legal site. So there you go. This is how you create different sites within SharePoint, whether it's a team site or a communication site. You have to know your audience. You have to know the requirement, and based on that, you can come up with a different design. You can be creative. As you can see, you don't need any coding knowledge to create SharePoint. It's really easy. It's really handy. It's very quick. You can create sites within minutes.
Alright, that was a quick introduction to SharePoint Online. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you really liked the video, please give us a thumbs up or hit subscribe button to see more of these videos. If you have any comments or feedback, please do not forget to leave some comments for me so that I can create more videos or improve. Thank you very much. Bye bye.